Imagine that someone would be sitting next to you right now, watching what you were doing. So this person would be a friend that you respect, maybe someone that really, tries to win at life together with you. Maybe this person is someone that you don't know but admire, like a celebrity or something. Or maybe this person is a really hot girl. Okay, so it's a girl that you have a crush on. Maybe it's an imaginary girl, but it's a really hot girl. And you'd like to impress her in a good way, right? I'm not talking about showing off in a bad way, but you'd like to impress her in a good way. If this person would be sitting next to you right now, then you would probably instantly become a better person and not do any bad habits, right? You wouldn't sit around and procrastinate and start watching TikTok videos when the hot girl's sitting next to you, would you? You wouldn't whip out your phone and start watching some porn when the hot girl's sitting next to you. Or when the older guy, the rich millionaire that you respect, if that guy would be sitting next to you watching what you were doing, you wouldn't do those things, would you? And I'm not just talking about doing the things like watching porn or scrolling TikTok videos. But if you're sitting next to a person like that, whether that's a hot girl or a millionaire or a friend you respect or whoever that is, you would probably also start to think things like, oh damn, I should hit the gym more often. Oh damn, tomorrow I need to make sure that I really groom my beard and my hair and wear the nice clothes, because tomorrow I might sit next to the girl again, right? Tomorrow I might sit next to my friend again, and I need to make sure that I present myself in the right way. You would instantly become a better, more motivated version of yourself, wouldn't you? And it makes sense if you think about it. Hold on a second. Let me start the car and back this up. And I'll continue telling this. It makes sense if you think about it. Because humans are an animal that is sort of meant to live in groups, right? Humans are a group animal. No matter what you choose to believe, whether you choose to believe in a god or whatever, you cannot deny the fact that humans are an animal that was designed to live in groups, and that our modern lifestyle that we have right now, where we live in big cities and we've become very individualistic and we spend a lot of time in our room alone, is a very unnatural thing, right? Back in nature, we would always have people around us, we would always have a sense of accountability. And it is only fairly recently, in terms of evolution, that we started to become more individualistic and that we started to live these lifestyles where we spend a lot of time alone in our room, on our computers and our smartphones, etc., right? We were never meant to do things alone. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you cannot do things alone. I am just saying that there is immense power in being around other people. When you are around other people, you instantly want to become a better version of yourself. I have had times in my life where I wasn't feeling that great. I wasn't feeling that motivated. And then I'd do things with other people. So maybe I'd go on like a city trip with friends, right? It wasn't even a business trip. It was just a city trip where we just had fun. We just went out to a city and we just had some fun. And while I was on that city trip, my mindset changed. The moment that I was spending time with my friends, I actually felt more motivated. I felt less tempted to pick my phone and start scrolling TikTok videos. Oh, there's someone pushing me with the car. The moment I spent that time with my friends, I didn't really even feel the urge to watch porn or procrastinate and waste my time. I actually thought, even though I wasn't actually working, I was just there to have fun. I actually thought, oh, I cannot wait to get home and actually be more productive and hit the gym more often. There's something about just being around other people that you like, being around other people that you'd like to impress in a good way, that makes you more hyped on life and less likely to do the bad habits, right? And then the moment you come back home, you sort of lose that motivation again. The moment you are no longer around those other people and you are by yourself again, you just want to procrastinate. You lose that hype. I've had times where I was dating a girl. And I know that this might sound a little pathetic or cringy to some people, but like the day after I had a date, and this is particularly in a phase of my life where dating girls to me was relatively new to me, right? I had a date with a girl. The day that I woke up after the date, I felt fucking hyped on life. I thought, yeah, let's go. Right? I didn't feel tempted to procrastinate. Even if I was tired, I didn't care, right? I felt like just making the most out of my life. I felt hyped on life. We have this deep biological instinct to want to be around other people, even if we're introverted. We want to be around other people, and being around other people motivates us, and being alone sort of does the opposite thing. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, yeah, well, Rob, that's a great story, but you're telling me to imagine an imaginable person. Just try it. I'm telling you guys, it helps, okay? I do that stuff all the time and it actually works. The thing is that your brain struggles to see the difference between a real person and an imaginary person or someone that we see on a screen. You probably know that, right? You've probably had like a YouTuber that you like to watch, and you've never met that YouTuber in real life. But as you keep watching that YouTuber, you eventually start to bond to that YouTuber, right? And there's like some part in your brain that kind of believes that that person is a friend of you, right? Some part of your brain looks at that person as if you know that person, as if that person is a friend of you, right? Your brain doesn't really know the difference between someone on a screen or someone that's in your mind. And so you can sort of trick your brain into getting that same feeling, that same sense of accountability when you are around other people, when you just imagine that these other people are around you. Just try it. Just imagine that a hot girl is sitting next to you. Imagine that some rich, successful guy that you look up to is watching what you are doing right now. Maybe imagine that I am sitting next to you watching what you're doing right now. Or imagine that like someone else that looks up to you is watching you, right? So maybe that's your future child. Imagine that your future son would be sitting next to you watching what you were doing. Just try it and you will find that it probably instantly switches your mindset into a mindset where you feel more hyped on life, you feel more motivated to do the good things, and you feel a lot less tempted to do the bad things. It sounds a little bit pathetic that we have to come up with imaginary people to compensate for the fact that we spend a lot of time alone in our modern lifestyles, but it is the truth. We do spend more time alone than we are naturally supposed to do, and that has an effect on us mentally. So if you are someone that spends a lot of time alone and you struggle with motivation a lot, just try it right now. Try this technique right now. Just imagine that me and a hot girl, both of us, right? Me and a hot girl are sitting next to you right now, watching you watching this YouTube video. And as soon as this YouTube video ends, we are watching what you are going to do, right? The hot girl's looking at you like, ooh, what's this guy going to do? Just try it literally right now and see what it does to your mindset.